To create hyperlinks to other workbooks or links to other documents, for example, let's say that Bob is in charge of a company party here. What I can do is I can right-click on Bob and go down and left-click on Hyperlink, which is the same icon you see here as you do up on the toolbar. I can click on either one. So when I left-click on Hyperlink, first thing it's going to do is probably default to my email here, which is the last thing I was looking at. And then what I'm going to do instead is select an existing file or web page. Automatically in this little window here, it's giving me the option to look through and to find any documents or Excel spreadsheets I'd like to link Bob to. You can click on the drop down arrow and look through your whole computer, but it put me right where I wanted to be in my exercise folder. So let's say instead of a workbook, let's do the company party. All you have to do is select it and then click OK. Or before I click OK, I can also click on the screen tip and say, and then click OK. And what that does for Party Animal screen tip, when I hover over Bob, it'll give me a little pop-up. Let me show you. When I click OK, you can see Bob's turned blue because now he's a hyperlink. When I hover over it, my cursor turns from a white cross to a hand, and you can see a little Party Animal that pops up. So left click, and boom, it pulls up the Microsoft Word document here with the Donut Fest. Close out of Word, I'm back to Bob here. I can also do it to other Excel spreadsheets, whatever you basically can see in that window. So right click to hyperlink, and scrolling down, maybe it's cereal sales, double click on it. Maybe to justify our sales and payroll, we need to find out if we made any sales. So you can see when I hover over it, the screen tip looks fairly ugly. And if you need to make changes or to edit these links, well, when in doubt, right click and then go down and left click on Edit Hyperlink. Instead of having the address here, cereal sales, which looks awful, I can left click on the screen tip and type in and then click OK and then click OK again, so when I hover over it I don't get that huge address there, and it's something pretty like cereal sales. Left click on it, opens up my other workbook here, and I can go through on each sheet and go, oh, that's great, and then when I'm finished I can close out. Or instead of closing out, you'll see a third toolbar here. It's the web toolbar. You can click on, just like you were navigating on Internet Explorer, browsing the web pages, you can click the back button. It takes me back to my first spreadsheet here, and I can click forward to go back to where I was, the cereal sales, and back and forth. Finally, we can create a link for an email. Maybe I want an email for each person here for Max Klinger. What I can do is click on them, right click, do the same thing, hyperlink. Let me pull this up. Select email address and then just type it right here. Now the moment when you start typing it, it's going to add this HTML mail to with the colon. Don't delete that, because if you do, you won't be able to mail anything to Max here. That's the coding, so whatever comes after that is going to be the email address. You can also add a screen tip for this when you hover over it. Maybe this is his personal address or maybe his business. Click OK. The other thing you can do that's really cool is add in a subject. So anytime you email Max, it'll have this as the subject. And then click OK. So let's test it. Click off in a blank area, hover over, it says business. Maybe I don't want to email him because it goes right to his business. Left click on it, it'll pull up your, in my case, my email program is Outlook, and then you can see Max at Dreamforce and you're in big trouble. So type in your text, click send. And again, if you need to make any changes, when in doubt, you can right click on the cell, edit the hyperlink, open the hyperlink, or in this case, we can remove it. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, as soon as I upload a new video, you'll be notified instantly, and you can do that by coming over here and clicking on my face. You can also click here to support me, so for $2 a month, you can have access to over 2,700 training videos, all ad-free, and for a few bucks more, you can have access to my exercises, instructor notes, quizzes, certificate of completion, and a whole lot more.